Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television. Coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, I am Uyi Agumofwebe. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV, channel 365. The Federal Ministry of Health, through the Port Health Services, has made it mandatory for travelers arriving the country to declare their health status via a form in the wake of the resurgence of monkeypox across Africa. The ministry says the form will serve as a measure to track potential importation of the monkeypox diseases, preventing it from becoming a public health threat in Nigeria. Jean Kaseya, head of Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, said during an online media briefing that Africa Centers may declare monkeypox a public health emergency this week over the growing outbreak on the continent. Poland has denied that its nationals who were arrested by security operatives in Kano, Nigeria, waved the Russian flag. The detained Poles were arrested on August 6 in Kano for allegedly displaying Russian flags during the End Bad Governance protest held by some Nigerians against economic hardship in the country. Also arrested were 6 Spanish nationals. Spokesperson for the Department of State Services, DSS, Peter Afunaya, at a meeting of diplomats in Abuja, had said the Poles were arrested because of where they were found during the protest and for displaying foreign flags. However, the Polish Foreign Ministry countered the allegation. On a side note, Tula village of Boje local government area of Jigawa State has been thrown into mourning following the drowning of 3 girls. Eyewitnesses say the deceased were caught in grasses near a pond to feed their livestock when they slipped and fell into the water. The Divisional Police Officer of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps in the local government, Abdul Rashid Adam, led the rescue mission, and the bodies were later taken to a health center. Lagos Rail Mass Transit's Blue Line will form today upscale the number of trips from 54 to 72 per day. Managing Director of the Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, Abimbola Akinnajo, made this known in a statement published on the agency's X handle. Akinnajo said the current schedule for Sunday operations remained unchanged. She also announced a 25% discount fare for commuters traveling within the off-peak period set at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. daily. A dynamite explosion has rocked the Secretariat of the Action People's Party along the GRA axis of Port Harcourt in Rivers State. The assailants allegedly had thrown substances believed to be dynamite into the building housing the Secretariat, thereby shattering windows and doors as well as destroying other property of the party. This came amidst speculations that the state governor, Siminalayi Fubara, plans to move with his supporters to the APP following the alleged hijack of the People's Democratic Party in the state by his predecessor and estranged political godfather, Nyesom Wike. No fewer than 7 persons from the same family in Runjin Baramo village of Kajiji district in Shagari local government area of Sokoto state have reportedly died as a result of consumption of contaminated cassava delicacy. This is contained in a statement signed and made available by the Information Officer, State Ministry of Health, Nura Bello, on behalf of the State Commissioner for Health. The statement revealed that the village head of the community, Muhammadu Modi, while narrating the incident to the Commissioner for Health, Ajia Asabe Balarabe, had led a delegation to the area, saying the victims consumed the cassava meal during their dinner. Quite a sad tale there. You're watching Midday News coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles as you now see on your screen. When the news returns, Rwanda's Kagame has been sworn in for 4th term after 99% election win. We will let you in on that and bring you all the stories after this short break. Please do stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. You're watching the live broadcasts of the Midday News with Uyi Agumofwebe. Now, time to take a look at business. The Lagos Mass Rail Transit says it will begin today to introduce a 25% fare discount for commuters traveling within the off-peak period in the state. It also says it will upscale the number of trips on the Blue Line range from 54 to 74. Let's turn to other stories for you. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project SERAP has urged President Bola Tinubu to investigate the $1.5 billion World Bank loan obtained by the state, that is the state of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. The organization urged the president to probe the alleged mismanagement of the Chinese loans of $3.121 billion obtained by the federal government. It also says the president is to direct the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi and appropriate anti-corruption agencies to promptly and thoroughly investigate how the loan was spent. The Nigerian Air Force says airstrikes by the air component of Operation Delta Safe has destroyed 13 illegal refining sites. This is according to a statement by the Air Force's Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Vice Marshal Edward Gaboit in Abuja. Gaboit said that 10 overhead tanks and several gallons of illegally refined products were also destroyed in the operation. He stated that the airstrikes were part of efforts to curtail activities of oil thieves and economic saboteurs engaged in illegal and nefarious acts of bursting oil pipelines and siphoning crude oil. And out of the foreign scene, Hamas has urged Gaza mediators to implement a truce plan presented by U.S. President Joe Biden instead of holding more talks as Palestinians fled a new Israeli military operation. The statement from the Palestinian Authority, whose October 7 attack on Israel triggered the war, came a day after one of the deadliest reported Israeli strikes on the besieged Gaza Strip in more than 10 months of war. International mediators had invited Israel and Hamas to resume talks towards a long-sought truce and hostage release deal after the fighting in Gaza and the killings of Iran-aligned militant leaders sparked fears of a wider conflict. China has urged all sides in the Ukraine war to de-escalate as Kyiv's forces pierced deep into Beijing ally Russia's Kursk border region. Kyiv has destroyed and deployed thousands of troops to the surprise operation, a Ukrainian security official says, seizing the battlefield initiative after months of slow Russian advances across the east. The assault seems to catch the Kremlin off guard, with Moscow's army appearing to concede that Ukraine had been able to penetrate its territory by up to 30 kilometers in places. In response to the offensive, Beijing has also urged all parties to follow, quote, 3 principles for de-escalating the situation. Thousands of people in Serbia have protested in Belgrade against plans to mine one of Europe's largest deposits of lithium, a crucial raw material for electric car batteries. Activists say the mine would cause irreversible environmental destruction to Serbia's Jadar Valley, where the deposit is located. A license granted to mining giant Rio Tinto was revoked in 2022 following widespread protest in the country, but the project was restarted last month following a court decision and government U-turn. President Aleksandar Vučić has insisted that strict environmental safety protocols will be put in place. Serbia's Interior Ministry, however, estimated that between 24,000 and 27,000 people joined the protest. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has acknowledged for the first time that his military is conducting a cross-border offensive inside Russia's western Kursk region. In his video address, Zelensky said Ukraine's military is pushing the war into the aggressor's territory. Kyiv launched a surprise attack on Tuesday, rapidly advancing more than 10 kilometers, which is about 6 miles inside Russia, the deepest raid since Moscow began its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February of 2022. Local officials say in Ukraine, the capital Kyiv and several other regions came under a Russian drone and missile attack in the early hours of today. Let's take it to the U.S. now, where former President Donald Trump's campaign says it had been hacked, blaming foreign sources for distributing internal communications and a dossier on running mate J.D. Vance. Trump's campaign implied Iran is behind the move, as it had received emails with the campaign material from a source who refused to identify themselves. And now let's get some kick from the ever-exciting world of sports. The U.S. has won the 33rd edition of the Olympic Games in Paris, but it was just by the skin of their teeth. They topped the 2024 Games medal table by winning 40 gold medals after the final of the last event of the Games was decided. However, they only finished above China by virtue of winning more silver medals than the Asian giants, scooping 44 while their foes had 27. China were the last team apart from the US to top the standings when they did it on home soil at the 2008 Beijing Games. A former assistant coach of the Nigerian national football team, Silvanus Okpala, has voiced his opinion on the current state of Nigerian football and the recent controversies surrounding the team. Okpala emphasized the need for homegrown solutions to the country's football challenges. The football tactician noted that there is still a chance for the nation to qualify for the 2026 World Cup, emphasizing the importance of the Super Eagles securing qualification. Addressing the earlier controversy involving Victor Osimhen and the ex-national team coach, Okpala criticized both parties for their handling of the situation. Nigerian long jump star Ese Brume says she has vowed to return stronger after her fifth place finish at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, assuring it will be the last time she missed out on a medal in major competitions. Brume, who recorded a jump of 6.0 meters in the final, fell short of the podium in an event dominated by the United States' Tara Davidson Woodhull, who secured gold with a leap of 7.10 meters. Despite the disappointment, the 27-year-old stated that she remains optimistic and determined to make a more impressive return. The United States have maintained their grip on the Olympic men's basketball title by overwhelming hosts France to win a fifth successive gold medal in Paris. A star-studded American team packed with NBA icons led by LeBron James and Stephen Curry demonstrated their quality to win 98-87 amid a free-ball atmosphere at Bercy Arena. The success saw the current crop emulates the 1992 Dream Team, which they have been regularly compared to. In front of almost 20,000 boisterous fans, France refused to roll over and moved back within 3 points at 82-79, with the clock ticking down in the final quarter. However, Curry, as he so regularly does, instantly landed a three-pointer for 85-79 to ease the pressure and switched 3 more as the Americans raced away. Quite an exciting outcome there. Let's take a look at other stories for you now. Morocco's Soufiane Brahimi has etched his name into Olympic football history, clinching the top scorer award at the Paris 2024 Men's Olympic Football Tournament with a remarkable tally of 8 goals. Brahimi's individual achievement was confirmed after the Men's Olympic Football Tournament concluded after Spain defeated host France to win the gold medal. The 28-year-old Al-Ain striker's performance throughout the tournament was capped off with a brace in Morocco's emphatic 6-0 victory over Egypt in the bronze medal match. This win not only secured Morocco's first ever Olympic football medal, but also provided the perfect stage for Brahimi to showcase his goal-scoring prowess one final time. And now it's final on Midday News on Global Television, and it came to you from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. Just to remind you that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 as well as Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles as you now see on your screen. I am Uyi Agumofwebe. Send a big thank you to you for watching. Coming up shortly is Lunch Global with Chong Anamel Joseph.